Hey guys, this video is going to be my skincare routine, and this is a skincare routine that I've started to use about 2 months ago, and I really like it. A lot of these products are very natural, don't have any parabens or any bad things for your skin. My mom has recently been on this weird health kick where she doesn't let me use deodorant, like regular kind from the drugstore. She makes me buy this Desert Essence kind that's all natural with tea tree oil in it, and she doesn't let us eat high fructose corn syrup because she thinks it causes cancer, and she puts coconut oil in all of our food. Basically, she's gone completely cuckoo bananas, and she's been being very healthy and organic everything and going all out. So I mean, I'm not complaining. I think that's wonderful, and it's a good thing to be going crazy about. But she purchased me a whole new skincare line, and I decided I would try it out because my old skincare line was kind of non-existent. So she was like, you need to start doing this, blah blah. I suppose I should start off by telling you what kind of skin I actually have. It's a combination between oily and dry, so I will have oily skin, but then I get dry patches, so it's kind of the worst of both worlds. It really sucks. I'm not very acne prone. I do get pimples, don't get me wrong. I will usually always have a few pimples around my mouth or somewhere on my forehead, but they're relatively small, or I'll have one big cystic one when it's that time of the month. But I don't suffer from severe acne. I don't have really bad, horrible problems when it comes to acne. I'm just like the average teenage girl. I get a few pimples here and there, and I cover them up with makeup, and I'm not really complaining about my skin because it's not that bad. It could be worse. But I do have a few problem areas that I do like to take care of, and I want to keep my acne to a minimum. I'm not just going to be like, hey, well, my skin's not horrible, so, may as well let it go in full bloom and show off my acne to the world. No. This new skincare line, the first thing that I've been using is the Desert Essence Thoroughly Clean Face Wash for oily and combination skin, which is perfect for me. And this has tea tree oil and awapuhi. I don't know what in the world awapuhi means. If I knew, I would tell you guys, but I'm about as clueless as you are. Unless you know what that means, then let me know. But this is a very clarifying cleanser. It makes your skin feel squeaky clean, actually squeaky. When you're done putting this on your face, you kind of wash it up, lather it, the whole 9 yards. Don't get it in your eyes because that will actually hurt a lot. It's a type of cleanser where I have already taken off my makeup, used a makeup wipe, washed my face with a little bit of soap or something just to get all of the makeup residue off, and then use this just on my forehead, my cheeks, and my chin and my nose. And I also avoid my nose piercing because I feel like that would be kind of not pleasant and hurt a little bit, because it's the type of cleanser that feels like it's doing its job. It feels like it's tingling on your skin, which I personally like. Also, if you're very sensitive to scents and you don't like a strong smelling face product, because this will stay on your skin. The scent is god awful. It smells so bad. Unless you like the scent of tea tree oil. I don't know if you've ever smelled it, but it smells really like chemicals. That's what it smells like, which is ironic because it's all natural, but it does smell like chemicals, which I don't mind because it goes away, but for the first few minutes you're like, ugh, my face smells really bad. This is kind of backwards, and I should have put this in before, but these are the makeup wipes that I use. They're the Burt's Bees Facial Cleansing Towelettes, and these have white tea extract, and this removes dirt, oil, and makeup without rinsing. Basically self-explanatory, but I really like these. I think they smell nice, and they're relatively natural, so I like that. Next step in my skincare line is another Desert Essence product, and these are the natural tea tree oil facial cleansing pads, and these I use as a toner. So rather than taking a toner on a cotton ball, I just take one of these pads and swipe it all over my face. These are what really work. These definitely help with little pimples and things, like that. They dry up a lot of areas. So if you have very dry skin, this would be very harsh for you, and I would either skip this step or follow up with a really good moisturizer. But for me, since I have oily skin, sometimes during the summer I won't even use a moisturizer. That's really naughty, but I don't know, sometimes I don't use one, just because these make my skin feel so taut and dry up all my pimples and things like that. So I love them. Once again, they have that same ridiculous smell, so if you're sensitive to really potent smells, I would avoid those. The scent does go away. It's not like it lingers throughout the day, and once you put on makeup and you're going throughout your day, you literally would never smell it in a million years. But for the first couple of minutes, it was kind of like a shell shock thing to me. And when I first put that stuff on my face, I was like, oh my god, this smells awful. How am I gonna live with this? But you really do get used to it unless you're super sensitive. Next, if my face is feeling a little bit drab and dry and dull and I need a little pick-me-up, I'll use rose water, and this is from European Roses, and I got this from Whole Foods, so it's basically just, it's rose water. I use this also just as like a MAC Fix Plus thing, or as Evian water. Like, people just put this in their purse and spray it on their face throughout the day. I carry a very small purse nowadays, so this wouldn't fit in my purse, but I keep it at home and I spray it on my face if my face ever just looks dry and dull and gross. And then for moisturizer, I use the Clean and Clear Dual Action Moisturizer, and this has salicylic acid acne medication, and it's oil-free. This is supposed to moisturize your skin as well as treat pimples. I haven't noticed it doing anything for my breakouts whatsoever, but it does moisturize without leaving like a filmy layer on my skin, which I really don't like. I like my moisturizer to absorb since I do have oily skin. I don't want to add any extra grease, which is why I sometimes skip moisturizer if I feel like my skin is already oily. Which I heard that in turn, if you skip moisturizer when your skin is oily, your skin produces more oil, so it actually is like a cycle of going backwards and it makes it worse. But I don't care, because in the moment my skin doesn't look as greasy, so sometimes I just do that, which is bad. I shouldn't be telling you that, but do as I say, not as I do. Always use a moisturizer. I sometimes don't. For spot treatment, I will use this tiny little baby guy. This has lasted me about like a year and a half, and there's absolutely no reason to buy the full size of this. This is the Origins Super Spot Remover, and Origins is very pricey. This has salicylic acid in it as well, and basically it's just a gel. You put it over your pimple, you squeeze it out, it comes out of this tiny little hole. It's just enough to cover one blemish or two. It dries it up, and then in the morning your pimple has usually gone down or gotten less red. It's not like a miracle product where like if you're going out in 5 minutes, like, oh, let me put this on and it'll be better. But if you do leave it overnight and continue to do it, it will help. Lastly, this is not really skincare, but I just kind of wanted to throw this in here. This is my Sweet Lips Lip Scrub from Lush, and this is in the scent, I think it's like the vanilla mint one. I'm not really sure. Oh, Sweet Lips. Wow, I'm such an idiot. It's right here. Yeah, it's the chocolatey one. Wow, that was literally such a brain fart that the name is the only bolded thing on here, the hugest writing literally on every corner of the packaging, and I'm like, what's this called? Vanilla mint? Way off. This is the chocolate one. It smells awesome. You basically just take it, exfoliate your lips with it, and when you're done, you can eat the sugar, because it's just sugar with like flavoring and stuff in it. Which is probably gross because you're also eating your dead skin cells that you just rubbed off your lips, but I don't really care because it just tastes so good. And then obviously, whoa, all my stuff just fell. Obviously you would follow up with Carmex, or I really love the Korres lip butters as well. So that is all for my summer skincare routine. Very short and concise, short and sweet, I'd like to say. But I hope it was helpful, and maybe you guys will try out some of these products and let me know how they work for you. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!